are here.
We are back with a combined USA Today, NBC News investigation about a growing concern in this country, the aging network of underground pipes that carry natural gas to so many homes. The trouble is, many of them were put in the ground 100 years ago or more, and now at the rate of several times a week, they begin to leak, sometimes with tragic results. Over the past 10 years, at least 135 people have died in gas line explosions in this country. We get our report tonight from NBC's Tom Costello.
It took but an instant for a neighborhood in San Bruno, California to go up in flames. 8 people killed, 30 homes destroyed 4 years ago when a 50-year-old leaking underground natural gas line suddenly exploded. For Sue Bullis, the loss was unimaginable. Her teenage son, her husband, and her mother-in-law all died when her house was leveled.
You know, we had a bright future ahead of us. And now in its second, it was taken away from us. It was horrible.
A disaster that's been repeated across the country. In New York City last March, 8 dead. In Brentwood, Long Island, a toddler killed, 17 injured. In Allentown, PA, 5 dead. Now, a USA Today, NBC News investigation has found that every other day in America, a gas leak damages property, injures, or kills someone. Half the time, construction crews cut the line. One big problem, 88,000 miles of cast iron and steel piping underground, much of it 100 years or older.
Those older gas pipes, particularly the cast iron, are more prone to crack and leak gas.
The Northeast and Midwest have the most, snaking beneath big cities like Boston, Detroit, Philadelphia, and New York. Here in Washington, D.C., buried beneath my feet, 418 miles of cast iron piping. But digging up city streets and replacing those lines isn't cheap. $2 to $3 million per mile.
If you live in one of those older East Coast cities that have hundreds of miles of cast iron pipe, you know, that's just a failure waiting to happen.
While federal regulators are pushing utilities to replace old lines with PVC piping, that could take up to 50 years. The industry insists most lines are safe if they're monitored and maintained.
And there's always an effort to make sure that the highest risk pipe is taken care of when it needs to be taken care of.
But with each passing day, the risk from corroding and leaking gas lines only grows. Tom Costello, NBC News, Washington.
Again, we conducted our reporting with USA Today. If you're curious about problems near you, there's more on their website tonight, a full report appearing in USA Today tomorrow morning. We're back in a moment with a big milestone.